Welcome back to the Frith Guild podcast. I'm your host, Eric.
I'm co-host Scott.
And today we're going to be going over chapters 41 through 46, 41 through 45 of Grandmaster Arcanist. This is our second to last section of the book. So exciting. And before we get into today's episode, again, we'd like to thank everybody for listening. If you could like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good fun stuff for us, we'd really appreciate it. But we have been going for quite a while, and then once we're getting toward the end of this, we're just going to continue on into the Astro series. So super excited. We're not going to be done. So we'll just keep on going. And with that, we'll get into today's chapters.
Chapter 41 is an army. So Volke goes to the Fortuna Council. They're requesting him to go and move a mountain. And he's just like, really? Really, guys? Come on. Literally moving mountains for you. The Autarch has bonded with the Garuda Bird, Dauntless undead, and the Abyssal Kraken. So a lot of power over the waters. Maritime nations are siding with him. And they do think that it's very likely that his option is going to be to use the Armageddon aura to cleanse the plague. So there's going to most likely be a battle of the auras going on. And we do finally find out who bonded with Tempest, and it was our good friend Lucian.
When we instantly think, like, why did he bond? How did he bond?
Important nightmares are falling off real quick here. Aviana better be careful.
Like, they're already a rare mystical creature as it is. Because, like, they have a very specific and very, like, acute trial of, or fable birth. So it doesn't happen very often.
No, and at this point, I mean, there's a chance you can save Luther, so there's one. They've got Leisha, and then the only other one is the one that they found. So you're thinking there's, at this point, maybe three? I mean, maybe there's another one out there, but likely 3 or 4 of them left.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. We pick up into chapter 42 with the Dauntless. Zaxxas is explaining to Volke that Lucian lost Azir in a trap, and not necessarily that Lucian tried or intentionally killed Azir. I feel like that's up for speculation. I mean, I feel like it probably wasn't intentional, but at the same time, probably wasn't the end of the world for him to have happened.
Yeah, if someone was out looking for power, he's definitely on the list.
Right. And how best to avenge the Grandmaster Inquisitor by then becoming a God Arcanist yourself?
Chapter 40. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. So Lucian and Orwin were the only two that went into the lair of the Tempest Coatl. I'm not sure why the only two, because they're both God Arcanists.
Yeah, neither of them were able to bond, so it's a very strange situation. So it's the whole it's a little sketchy. It's a little sus.
Especially with Cinna there. Like, I know that she's not the most well person in the world, but if she bonded, at least she could become well.
Yeah, she can at least bond.
Yeah. Zaxxas is in charge of preparing Fortuna and training the other God Arcanists. And again, this is one of those moments of like, I know you won't fuck this up, so I need you to not fuck this up. The Tempest Coatl Arcanist is known as the Dauntless, and it means Dauntless means showing fearlessness and determination. Azir had sacrificed himself to save Lucian, much like Luther, and Lucian is adamant about avenging the Grandmaster Inquisitor. And I really wish maybe Azir left his cloak to Lucian, but maybe not.
Chapter 43 is the Clawdown Mountains. They are updating the mountain pass as they make their way to Elios. Adelgis is going with them. He wants to stay there. Doesn't think his family will really accept him. They'll kind of see him as a failure. Thane kidnaps the Minerva Owl, which I'm sure is probably one of the last things Adelgis wants to bond with. And he doesn't really want to bond with anything at this time. He's still grieving pretty heavily.
Again, look how cute that Fane was for trying to go steal a mystical creature for him.
I know. Fane is next level dedication. Volke is trying to make the pass wider and almost avalanches the entire city. So he is doing better at mastering his terrain creation magic, but there's still a lot left to go.
And this is where in chapter 44 picks up the Salvation Aura. We're making very quick progress to New Nora because Cytheris.
There it is. There it is.
In the last episode, we could not remember the name of the Sky Titan, and here it is, Cytheris. It's like I put it in my notes for a reason. So Cytheris can create clouds, so they actually have shade as they are flying to New Nora, which is a great thing because it's fucking hot.
Desert.
Yeah, exactly. As they get into New Nora, they touch down on the top of the wall, and these people come running up, and they're like, "Hey, you're here to take care of these all-seeing sphinxes, right? Like, we have a pair of them, and we kind of need them to bond so they can get the hell out of here." And folks like, they were extinct. What are you talking about? And we have to kind of remember, like, all of these creatures that had been extinct at one point are no longer extinct. So Volke's like, this is not my problem right now. I don't care. We can figure this out later. We got more pressing issues, so we need to go. Volke finds Liet and Vethika and Hexa. We have Riker and Moss and Karna all kind of in the area. We find out that Vethika rebonds with her Kepra.
Ooh.
Like, did she just dump the sand out in the chamber and then like, ha!
Come to me. Give me.
Volke demonstrates his aura ability and saves Liet and cures her. Yay! She does ask if he maintained his aura all the way to New Nora, and he's kind of like, oh.
That would have been a good idea.
It's like, this is why you get paid the big bucks. I mean, we have to go back, so he can do it on the way back to Elias and to Fortuna. As they're leaving the establishment, the something Tuna, I can't remember exactly what it was called. I know Tuna was in the name. But Volke meets with Riker, and Volke tells Moss what happened to the behemoth. She understands, and that she decides that she will absorb the sandstone rune. Yes.
Into like this like glob of brain. Just like, I'll take that.
It's exactly what I thought too. And just
we get to chapter 45, the defense of Fortuna, so they are making their way back. Volke is now keeping his aura there. They'll make it back to Elios in about 2 weeks, and they do start to see smoke in the distance. Fortuna is on fire. Not a good sign. The Cilia Waters is trying to protect the port from ships, but going against the Abyssal Kraken and losing. You're talking William, who just bonded, is not a practiced Arcanist by any means. You know, Autarch has been bonded to a Kirin and at least practiced magic for centuries at this point. Kraken's older, bonded with the Gold Kirin, so it's just not a good matchup. The Tempest Coatl is helping, but kind of same situation. You know, Lucian does understand magic and knows how to use magic, but is also very newly bonded. In come the Garuda Bird and the Corona Phoenix, but we're not really adding a lot of strength here. No offense to Bayou, but she's not exactly going to be changing things. You're just kind of hoping that tier of magic just takes it up a notch and just helps swing the tides a little bit. The one benefit that they really do have is that Gentile was in the city, and with the barrier is pretty much able to stop the whole port from being destroyed by herself, just by erecting a giant barrier across the port, which is pretty cool. But like, I'm gonna just protect the city on my own. Here we go.
What I do like that they talked about the Corona Phoenix's ability, and not only is it able to produce fire, but it's also able to produce shadow. Like, if it doesn't want to burn something, it uses the shadow to rein in the fire.
That equilibrium, the solstice.
Right. So awesome. With that ends this week's chapters 41 through 45. Next week we have 7 chapters to go over, because since it's 7, we're just going to do all in the last bout. So we have this huge fight starting in Fortuna. Series finale. So make sure you stay tuned and check in next week with us so that you guys can listen in on the final fight, the final showdown. And with that, we will catch you guys next week.